تطلب الصراع العربي الإسرائيلي مشاركة الرؤساء الأمريكيين في التوسط واقتراح الحلول، فمنذ رئاسة جورج دبليو بوش تباينت مناهج القادة الأمريكيين بشكل كبير، وتشكلت من خلال الأيديولوجيات المختلفة والتطورات الإقليمية والضغوط الدولية. سأعود بالمشاهدين 20 عاماً للوراء لنستمع إلى وجهات النظر المختلفة في مقابلات حصرية مع رؤساء ومسؤولين أمريكيين. هل كان حلم الدولتين سراباً أم سلسلة من الأخطاء أم عدم جدية في التنفيذ؟
So I think we've got a very good chance to succeed. I want it to happen before I'm president, but it's not about me. That's my point. It's about the Palestinians, and it's about the Israelis, all of whom many of whom want to get rid of the past and have a more glorious future by living side by side in peace and democracy. And I think it's going to happen.
Nice to see you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
We are glad you're here.
Thank you.
History here, and got to think about the future of the Middle East.
Well, that's a great note, sir.
I was impressed by my visit with President Abbas. He's a courageous man. He told me some things that were very strong in terms of the development of democracy, which I appreciate because, as you know, I've articulated the vision of a Palestinian state, a democracy living side by side with Israel. And I think it can happen. And I know first and foremost it takes strong leadership. And President Abbas showed me something in the Oval Office, which is one, a deep desire to defeat terror and promote democracy. And he understands, as he said, that we can't have armed gangs, whether they be in a political party or not, destabilizing the situation. And so he's had one authority, one law, one gun policy.
Right.
And I believe he means it.
Right. So you would like him to disarm the Hamas and Jihad before the election?
Well, as he said, what he's going to do is to make sure there's no armed presence on the streets, and I would like for him to follow through on that. I believe that his party will win because his party is one of peace, and I think most people want peace.
لكن تمنيات بوش لم تتحقق، فقد فازت حماس في انتخابات عام 2006، مما عقد المضي قدما في تحقيق حل الدولتين، أو على الأقل المضي قدما في هذه المسودة.
وبدون ذلك لن يهدأ لنا بال.
You know, one of the interesting things is in this campaign is that he will be able to say, I worked with Israel to get the Israelis out of Gaza. Now, and you and I have been discussing this a year and a half ago, because I know this is an issue very dear to your heart. And I would have said, the settlements will be dismantled and Israel will be out of Gaza. You'd have looked at me and said, I don't think you know what you're talking about, Mr. President. And sure enough, it happened. Prime Minister Sharon gets a lot of credit for that, as does President Abbas. Very few people thought it could, there could be enough cooperation for the withdrawal to be peaceful. Both men had to deal with difficult political situations as a result of the decision. And now we need to move forward. And the United States wants to help. And we want to help. You asked me if people get elected, they're going to use violence as a tool. There won't be our help. We just won't be involved.
Why don't you want to push the parties towards a final status negotiation and say by this date we're working towards it?
Absolutely. No, I said I appreciate. Thank you for giving me the chance to clarify a statement. Look, I said I would like this to happen before I end being president, and I would, and we are going to push. I mean, you know, one of the reasons. Well, Connie and I talk about this all the time. Connie Rice and I about how we'd very much like to see. You know, the Palestinian democracy achieve its status as a state. I'd love that if I were the president. I think it'd be a great historic achievement for everybody involved. And so I did put out a firm date, and I'm going to work hard for that date. On the other hand, you don't want an American president making decisions for other people based upon his own political calendar or his own time in office, is what I really meant to say. I don't think it's fair. Let me tell you something about what I know. First of all, I've been very impressed by the caliber of the Palestinians I've met, and I met quite a few. They're very smart, very well educated, and very entrepreneurial. The Palestinians are good business people,
Right.
and they want to be free, and they're peaceful. They really are peaceful, and they have a chance to. And I've told this to Abu Mazen. I said, "You got a fantastic population, you know, and now's your chance to lead them."